Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mandy.
That's right, I'm once again joined by my lovely and talented wife. Today we're going to be answering some of your questions. There's a bunch of links down below. You got links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for the merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music playlist that I put together every week, and the Patreon page. So make sure you check all that out. Like always, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So I guess it was about a week or so back, I put a question out on the Vinyl Den Facebook group. I also put a question out on the YouTube channel. Just throw out some questions to us, because we were going to do a question and answer episode, and we got a ton of responses and a bunch of questions. We couldn't do all of them, so I picked I think I got I don't know, maybe 11 or 12 questions we're going to answer today. Maybe we'll do a part 2 at some point and answer the rest of them. So the first question is, an album I listen to that you can't stand.
Pink Floyd.
Really? You're going to go with Pink? See, I was going to say anything by Rancid, because I know you can't.
No, I can handle Rancid more so than any of that 70s.
So you can't listen. You can't listen to no Dark Side of the Moon, no The Wall for you. None of those great albums.
No.
What is it about Pink Floyd? Is it just like the psychedelic kind of aspect to it?
That kind of music, I don't know. It makes me cringe.
Okay.
And I feel bad for saying that, because I'm sure so many people disagree. But
Oh, well, there's a lot of people out there that hate.
I don't like 60s and late
hate Pink
60s and
Floyd.
70s music. So.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
I guess kind of following up that question, the next question is, do you think Nick has too many copies of The Dark Side of the Moon?
Yes.
And I guess, what do you think of owning multiple copies of an album?
I think the only time you should own multiple copies is if the multiple copy has additional songs on it.
Okay.
I don't think the different color CD or vinyl, the different color cover, case, whatever. I think only if it has more music, extended versions, or something like that.
I will say that I've got, I don't know, probably maybe about a dozen copies of The Dark Side of the Moon. And they're all different, pressings of it. They all sound different. I got a copy of the 30th anniversary pressing, which is I think the best sounding version of it. I got the 50th anniversary. I got the 40th anniversary. I have the 79 MoFi. So at least it's not I do have some albums where that's the exact same album that I have on multiple colors. At least that's not the case with
Yeah,
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I guess.
Next question is, what will happen to your record collection when you pass? That's real easy. Mandy's going to have a fire sale.
I for sure, 100% I'm going to. But literally, I stress about this all the time.
Really?
Yes, because I'm so freaked out. If you go pass immediately, unexpectedly, I don't know what to do with any of this.
So I guess the good thing is, I'm pretty sure all of my albums are cataloged in Discogs. So in Discogs, it has what album it is, what pressing it is, what the value of each album is also. So at least it gives you some kind of idea. Now, granted, if you look at the total value of your record collection on Discogs, it might say X is the minimum, X is the median, and then X is the highest value of it. If you're actually going to sell your collection, I'm going to be honest, you're going to get less than what the lowest value
Really?
is. Yeah.
Why?
So I don't know, because no one's going to pay. Let's say the minimum value of your record collection is $30,000. If you're going to go and resell that, realistically, no one's going to pay you that, because they have to go back and turn around and resell it. So if it's $30,000, you might be lucky to get maybe 2/3 of that.
Okay.
So, but at least, when I go, all that stuff should be cataloged on Discogs. So at least it kind of gives you a blueprint and a starting off point.
I'll let the kids and Ian check first, though.
Yeah.
And then after they get what they want, then.
Yeah.
Do I have to sell it as a group, though? Couldn't
No,
I
you
do?
can sell them individually.
You make more money.
You will make more money selling them individually.
Give me
but
a call.
I got 1,500 albums, so it's going to take you a while.
Do you have
sell.
1,500 viewers? We're all good. Everybody gets to buy one.
Everyone buys one.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next question is for you, Mandy. What is the favorite band or bands that I've introduced you to?
MXPX.
Yeah.
100%.
Is that the
I
only
would have-
one? I guess along with MXPX is Good Charlotte. We saw Good Charlotte
Yeah,
together.
we saw Good Charlotte. That was amazing.
The funny thing was we saw Good Charlotte open for MXPX. And what was that, 2000 or 2001?
Yeah.
It was literally like right before their debut album broke. And it's still one of the best concerts I've ever been to. They put on a great performance. I think like it was like after the first couple of songs, I remember turning to you. I was like, they're gonna be huge.
Yep.
And you went out the next day.
No, I went during the show to go buy their, like, I've never gone during a show to buy their CD or anything, but I went out and they were sold out of everything.
Yeah, and then you went around the next day. I think you went to like a couple of different stores to find the CD for it because we couldn't even find it anywhere.
Nope. But it was good.
It was.
Yeah.
And I guess to piggyback that, least favorite band I've introduced you to. Don't say Pink Floyd.
Oh, there's so many.
You know who Pink Floyd was.
I did.
Before.
I didn't know what their songs were. Like I knew the song "The Wall," but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Or the brick in was that?
Yeah, another brick in the wall.
Yeah. I actually didn't know it until recently.
Yeah.
Just.
What's some least favorites though?
I think a lot of your like Rancid kind of groups. Those.
Yeah.
Killed Your Baby Today. And those guys.
Misfits.
Yeah. They're
the Misfits.
Yeah, that. I don't know Ian Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, no, you can't stand. You haven't been able. I've known you for like 30 years, and you've never been able to stand Jethro Tull.
No, because it's not the 70s stuff, but it almost is. It's so like light and like, I don't know. It's just creepy. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's a feeling.
All right, I guess I'll field the next question.
Okay.
What happened to the Vinyl Den after hours? So we were doing a podcast there for a while. So, kind of backing up a little bit. Ian and I started doing a podcast back in January of 17, I think, long before we started doing the Vinyl Den. Mm-hmm. And it was really easy because Ian and I always had the same weekends off. We both work every other weekend. But then a couple months ago, his weekends flipped. So we now work the complete opposite schedule. We never had the same days off, so it's really hard to kind of put anything together for us to record. So hopefully eventually we'll get back to doing it once our schedules change, but for now it's going to be kind of dormant. All right, so the least favorite record in your collection. This is a really easy one for me because I don't have any. I have been really good the last couple of years going through and thinning out my record collection. I've sold at least 200, maybe 250 albums over the last couple of years. And what I do is I go through and I find stuff that I know I'm not going to listen to, stuff that I've got duplicates of where, if I have a better sounding processing of an album, I'm going to get rid of it. I'll sell off the other one. So I don't have anything in my collection that I would consider like something I don't like.
Yeah. Even some of my stuff that I have up there.
Yeah, because like NSYNC, I can listen to all that kind of stuff. And
do you?
Yeah, I don't, but I mean,
okay.
I can. I've listened to it all for years.
I never hear that from the bathroom vent.
No.
I would come down if I heard that.
All right, next question is, what's the plan when you run out of room to store your records? It's not going to happen. I have a lot of room down here. So I've got 1,500 albums roughly. I can probably put at least double that down here. I've got a ton of room down here in my office, which is half, maybe 2/3 of the basement. Yeah. So I've got tons of room. So yeah, that's not going to be an issue.
No, not at all.
I guess to kind of piggyback off of that, if Nick didn't use the basement for his vinyl den, what would you do with the space?
It would be for my kids.
Yeah.
We have a pool table. I'd love to have that set up. I'd love to have, more video games out here, the couch where they can all lounge together. It's just like a cool kids area. But
our kids are mostly older and that one.
I know, but that's what's fun about it. Like the teenagers should have been, out down here shooting pool and having fun. And
what's your favorite Christmas time album or / music? I figured this is an easy one for you.
Well, the NSYNC Christmas album is my absolute favorite.
Which actually just got reissued last year.
And is that when I got it? Yeah. I can listen to every song on that one, except for I just realized there's a deluxe edition that I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much more music is
there's
on
just one song, but it was one song that I didn't know, and I didn't know that I didn't know it, so then that bothered me.
For me, I have, for anyone that's older, in the 80s they had those like Time Life commercials where you've got like I got a 4 LP box set of Christmas music it's the Time Life collection. That's probably mine. It's because it reminds me of, listen to those older versions of those songs remind me of being over my grandparents' house on Christmas and opening presents. And I don't know, it just kind of takes me back when I was a child, I think. So I know how Mandy's going to answer this next one. It's going to be really, really short. But
Okay.
how long on average do you spend in a record store? For me,
Oh,
it really depends on who I'm with, because Mandy would not spend any time in the record store.
I do. I walk aroround the entire time that you're there for.
I know, but if I'm there with somebody, I feel kind of pressured to not
Yeah.
like hang out. Because if I have nothing to do and I don't have anyone there with me, I can spend literally hours in a record store. Especially,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, so I think that's like that for any store. If I have anybody with me at any store, I feel pressured. Like I have to, I don't have time to just look around and check out things. But that's all I do when we go to the record store.
Yeah.
Just
But yeah, I
wander
can spend a
around.
lot of time in there. I mean, there are times where I know exactly what I want and I don't want to spend a bunch more than that. So I'll go in and grab one thing and leave. But that's not as fun as like hanging out and talking to people in the record store and, you know, going through the used bins and all that fun stuff that makes record collecting so fun.
I just wish they played more music. I don't know, like different music. I feel like it's never anything that I know. It's always just random. And I'm sure it's just whoever's working probably gets to pick it. But I would just be nice to kind of hear my music while I'm there.
All right, so we're down to the last question.
Oh, that was quick.
So I'm going to preface all this by saying that I did not write this. I don't necessarily feel this way, but it's a question for you, Mandy. This is the exact wording of the question. What's it like being married to the guy who has one of the best YouTube channels in the vinyl community? Because I do not feel like I have one of the best YouTube channels, but I feel like everyone always feels like that. Like, I don't know, when I watch other people, I don't feel like the stuff I do on this channel is anywhere close to being as good as some of the other stuff. But so what's it like being married to someone that spends a lot of time?
I get a kick out of like my daughter's friends when they're always like the vinyl guy. We got to ride in the vinyl guy's car, like silly things like that. You know, when we're out in public and you know people know him, it's just weird because it's just Nick, and then they're like, "Hey, I know you," and it's like it's just Nick. But I guess that's kind of how like not comparing you to celebrities, but that's probably how they think when people come up to them. They're like, "I'm just me," you know, and their family members are like, "Yeah, it's just them," but. I don't know. It takes up a lot of time.
That's the one thing I can say is I don't think people realize how much time is dedicated to doing YouTube. I mean, I do what, three, maybe 4 videos a week, and I spend probably, I'd say, a solid 20 hours during the course of the week on those videos. So it takes up a lot of my time. And you know, so I guess that's like the biggest thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. That was a lot of fun. I love having you on here. It was fun doing the questions also. So I'll throw this out to you. If you have more questions for us, because I'm sure we'll do a part 2 of this eventually, drop us a comment down below. Throw some more questions out there to us. But I just want to take this time to wish everyone happy holidays out there. You know, be safe. Enjoy some music. But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure if you see a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. That's all we got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.